Hi, my name is Samantha Eustace. I'm 20 years old, and this is my testimony. So, growing up, I never really grew up in the church. My family, we never did any of that. But I think I've kind of always known about God a little bit, or at least the idea of it. But it wasn't until eighth grade where I got invited to youth group here at the church, and I was mainly there just for the social aspect. I wasn't really there for the real reason, the messages or anything like that. So then COVID came, and I started going back to youth group my junior year. And I feel like junior year is a very stressful time for most people, or at least it was for me, just dealing with college and trying to get my driver's license and all the worries that came with that. And I feel like Jesus really met me at a time where it was very stressful. I just felt really welcomed by the people at youth group, and I started going more consistently. And I remember there was a passage that Pastor Jared was speaking on, and it just really spoke to me. Granted, I do not remember what the passage was about to this day, but I do remember feeling very, just remember thinking to myself afterwards, who is this God? I just really want to get to know him. Everyone just speaks so highly of him. Who is God? Truly as simple as that. And so I started to get really curious, and I started asking questions to some of the friends at youth group who already knew him. And I was who is this? What's the gospel? And I got to hear that for the first time, and that was life-changing. I was gifted a Bible by my friend of mine, and we would have Bible studies together, and I really got to learn more about his word instead of just through the his word through other people. So I truly got to know what the Bible's all about. I've never touched a Bible before that, and it was quite intimidating a little bit because it's this giant book, and you're oh my gosh. But I got to really just kind of learn who Jesus was and what he did for us, and it was really life-changing. I would say my faith really started more when I got invited to go to a mission trip to Panther, West Virginia, and that's where I feel my faith took a different level. And so I went on this trip. I was told about it. And I was just immediately intrigued. I was this sounds so cool. And I was even told about the cold showers and the no flushing the toilet. But even through all of that, I was just so wow, this seems like a really cool opportunity and something I've never done before. So I took up on it, and I was able to go, and I went, and it was truly life-changing. That week really changed my life. I feel I felt the Spirit of God more than I've ever felt him before. And the people there were just so welcoming, and they're just so just great community. And I really got to serve God, and I don't think I've ever really done that in my life before. So that was a really cool opportunity. After that week, I kind of just knew I wanted to let him more in my heart, and I just wanted to really be all in for him. There's been some hard seasons. I think when I went to college, that's when my faith got really tested. College was really hard for me. It was I felt I was kind of stripped from everything that I ever knew, my family, my community at church, at school. I felt I just had to kind of rebuild everything. And it was really hard, but I was really thankful to have God during that time, because I knew through the midst of all this change and unfamiliarity, he was the one thing that didn't change. And that was truly really comforting. And I just kept praying that I knew that I just kept trusting in his plan, and knowing that he had me there for a reason and for a purpose. And he really did, because it took a little bit of time, but I found my community there, and I'm really blessed to now have a community at home still, and now a community at school. And it's just been really wonderful. Jesus has truly changed my life, from living in sin that I literally was not even aware of, to being free from that, and finding somebody who is there for me in the toughest times and in the best times and through it all. And it's just really wonderful. And yeah, he's my hope, my provider, and my friend. I want to get baptized today because I want to publicly declare my faith in God, and I want to share the work that he's done in my life, and that you're truly never too far away from God because he's always right there. And yeah, he loves you. So yeah, that's why I want to get baptized today.